Good evening, and welcome to Herington. On behalf of Herington School Superintendent Donald Beer, High School Principal Mark Paul, Athletic Director Lisa Bai, and the Railer community, welcome to our 2025 Alumni Night, tonight's game between the Valley Heights Mustangs and your hometown Herington Railers. Restrooms and concession stands are located at the south end of the facility. We ask that all patrons remain in the stands and behind the fence surrounding the track. Reminder that we are a tobacco-free campus. Also, a reminder that pets are not allowed at any activities at USD 487. We'd like to take a moment to recognize some very special alumni in attendance tonight. With the members of the class of 1975, please stand. This class is in town this weekend to celebrate their 50th reunion. The class of 1975 had 53 graduates, and around 23 of them are gathering to mark this milestone this weekend in Herington. They would also like to extend an invitation to any friends and family of the class of 1975 to join them tomorrow afternoon at Broadway Station, beginning at 1 p.m. Let's give the class of 1975 one more big Railer round of applause. And now, for tonight's starting lineup for the Valley Heights Mustangs. Number 2, Gabriel Padilla. Number 5, Aiden Unruh. Number 6, Gavin Crowder. Number 12, Ederson Parker. Number 14, Ben Miller. Number 15, Brady DeWalt. Number 54, Charlie Reuters. Number 55, Hayden Pearson. Number 58, Lawson Stryker. Number 61, Clayton Smith. And number 66, Dino Conti. And now, for the starting lineup for your hometown Railers, number 1, Clifton Gerke. Number 2, Samuel Bagley. Number 4, Jakir Thomas. Number 7, Ethan Urbanek. Number 22, Reed Griffiths. Number 28, Bruce Schleisner. Number 50, Jax Kiekofer. Number 52, Kyle Price. Number 60, Hunter Matthews. Number 62, Colin Williams. Number 64, Henry Nelson. And number 30, the birthday boy, Cameron Strauss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats and join in respect as the Herington Pep Band, under the direction of Kenny Rowe, play our national anthem.
Welcome everyone to Herington High School, just 30 minutes south of Junction City. The Valley Heights Mustangs are traveling to take on the Herington Railers. I'm Ryan Ehrlich, joined tonight by Tessa Bigham running the computer here, and Eleanor Turber running our camera tonight. And before long, this game will be getting off to a start. We'll see who is going to receive the kick, and then we'll run through some starting lineups. Mustangs coming off of a victory during homecoming week last week against Bennington, winning by 50 on that Friday night. Railers struggled to find success so far this season, but a home game can always add some extra mettle to your team. Herington will receive the ball to start the game. Starting on offense for Herington, we have Pierce Slaisner, Henry Nelson, Jax Kiekefer, Hunter Matthews, Colin Williams, Kyle Price, Ethan Urbanik, Sam Bagley, he's a junior, Cameron Strauss, Colton Gerke, and Reed Griffiths. For the Mustangs on defense, we'll have Lawson Stryker, Creighton Smith, Gabe Padilla, Ben Miller, Gavin Crowder, James Bulkin, Charlie Waters, Aiden Unruh, Wyatt Dummermuth, Brady Dewalt, and Everson Parker. Michael Lowry lining up to kick off for the Mustangs. Back deep to return for the Railers. Number 4, Jakir Thomas. He's all the way back within their own 5, ready for a deep kick. Lowry sends this one up and away. That one heads upfield, trips a little, gets the ball out to the 30-yard line. A good return there for Thomas. Rilo Schill in on the tackle. We'll see if the Railers can come out, strike first. From the pistol, ball handed off up the middle. Grabbed right away by Charlie Waters. Cameron Strauss in at quarterback for Herington. Railers in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers out on the field. Mustangs showing blitz. And we got movement early from number 52, Kyle Price, on the offensive line. And we'll see if they're talking over encroachment or false start. That looks like it'll be a false start on the Railers. That'll back them to 2nd and 15. Railers still in the same formation. Mustangs showing that blitz again. Drop back to pass, hits his running back on the edge. It looks like they just about get back to the original line of scrimmage, pick up of about 4. Padilla in on the tackle. Railers, the 3rd and long. See if they take to the air again. From the formation, I would bet so. Cameron Strauss alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers on the field. Drops back, heading out to the edge. He's going to try to take it himself. 1 man to beat, and he makes a miss. He's driven out of bounds. Like Everson Parker in on the tackle. Charlie Waters, I think, may have been involved on that too. Holding called on the Railers, so that'll back them up, and they'll have to replay 3rd down. A lucky break there for the Mustangs, a chance to get off the field on defense. And after that, it'll be 3rd and looks like 21 yards to go. Railers showing trips to the left. Got a running back in the backfield. See if they're just going to try to get in better field position. He runs a little wheel route. He's looking upfield for his running back, but sends it just a little too far. Pass intended for number 4, Jakir Thomas. Another flag down on the field. Another holding call. The Mustangs elect to decline this and would expect to see a Railer punt here. Valley Heights satisfied with that exchange of field position. Not going to give him a chance to break one free. Kick nearly blocked. Unruh picks this one up, headed for the sideline. Makes a couple guys miss. Brought down by a pack of Railers. As number 1 Colton Gerke on the punt. Unruh with the good return gives the Mustangs some very favorable field position to start off their first drive. Taking over from the Railers, it's like 34-yard line. Everson Parker back in at quarterback this week, coming off of a concussion. Last week we had freshman Ben Miller playing quarterback. Did quite well against Bennington. Pitch out to Unruh. He gets the edge, stiff arms, and is eventually dragged down by Jason Cole of the Railers. And we've got another flag down on the play. Looks like they maybe had the face mask of Unruh as they dragged him down. And that's correct, face mask call. That'll give the Mustangs a first down, and that'll push them into the red zone. Looks like ball will be placed on about the 12-yard line. Mustangs quickly in striking distance of an early first quarter touchdown. Parker under center. Unruh in motion, gets the ball on a sweep. Herington was ready for it. Good contain there from Henry Nelson on the edge, forcing Aiden Unruh to cut up field. Cameron Strauss there to stop them. Unruh was able to pick up 2. Mustangs definitely in field goal range for Michael Lowry, so barring a turnover, should come out with points no matter what here. Unruh in motion. Ball handed to Padilla up the middle. Line doing a good job, giving him a running lane. He looks like will get the first down. Looks like just short. 1 yard to go. Looks like he's on the 5-yard line. Mustangs will no doubt, with 2 plays to go here, likely go for it this early in the game and push forward for that 1 yard. Flag on the play. It's like encroachment on the defense. That'll give the Mustangs the first down. That'll give them half the distance. They'll be placed on about the 3-yard line. A lot of penalties so far from this Herington squad that are hurting them here in the first quarter. Parker hands us to Unruh up the middle. Running full speed. He makes it through for a Mustang touchdown. Taking advantage of the short field after backing the Railers up on the punt. And a quick 6 for Valley Heights. Michael Lowry coming in to try to turn that 6 into a 7. The snap is good. Ball is up and through the uprights. Valley Heights will go up 7-0. Strong start for Valley Heights. And we'll take a short break before the...
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Michael Lowry setting up to kick for the Mustangs. See if they take another shot towards that return man. They'll mix it up and keep it a little shorter. Lowry sends this one back. Number 1, Colton Gerke heads upfield quickly. He's hit big. He gets this ball out to the 32-yard line. Railers starting with pretty good field position once again. Ball handed off on a little sweep. Mustangs stop him at the line. Mustang defensive line and linebackers are not giving much up on the run game. Make it 2nd and 10. Strauss in the gun, running back in the backfield with him. Drops back to pass. Mustangs sending some pressure in. He scrambles up midfield. He's brought down by several Mustangs. Looks like they may have brought him down just short of the first down. We'll see how they spot it. Be a pickup of 9 on the play for Cameron Strauss on the keeper. Three receivers out on the left here for the Railers. Strauss drops back to pass, looking for a quick hitter. Grabbed by Colton Gerke. He's brought down by Unruh and Parker of the Mustangs. The Railers get, I believe, their first down of the night after stalling out on their first drive. They're approaching midfield here on their second. Thomas in the backfield with Strauss. Drops back to pass, scrambling loose. Gabe Padilla chased him out of the pocket. He is able to find the edge. And he gets forward for another pickup of 9 yards. Railers to the Mustang 46-yard line. Of 1 yard to go here. Mustangs not doing a good job keeping the quarterback contained once he gets flushed out of the pocket while they're covering all of the deeper passing routes. Valley Heights with a 3-man front tonight, ready for an air raid. They send the blitz. Padilla and Warders were in the backfield quickly. That forces Strauss to throw that one away. One yard to go here on third down. Let's see if Herington decides they're ready to run the ball or if they're going to continue to spread out the field. They're going to continue spreading the field. 3 wide receivers on the close side here. Ball's fumbled on the snap. He falls forward to get back to the line of scrimmage, but not enough for the first down. Be 4th and 1. A little bobble off the snap. The Mustangs crashing down quickly, just no time to get anywhere. Empty backfield for the Railers. 5 wide receivers out on the field. And the Railers going to be forced to call a timeout there. A little confusion on offense setting up for that 4th down play. And with that, we'll be back after a short break.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Railers with an important fourth down here. They've had a little bit of success this drive on offense. Alone in the backfield is number 30, Cameron Strauss. 4 wide receivers on the right side, 1 on the close side. They're trying to draw Valley Heights off sides, and a false start is going to back them up. And a poorly timed mistake there for the Railers turns a 4th and manageable into something a little more tricky. That backs them over the 50-yard line. Offense still out on the field, same formation. Strauss alone in the backfield. Mustangs showing some pressure. And another false start for the Railers. That's going to back them up to 4th and 11 now. And punt team probably going to come out on the field. Colton Gerke back to punt for the Railers. Aiden Unruh back to receive the kick. Mistakes plaguing this Railer offense so far tonight. High snap. Mustangs close to a block. Low kick. Good bounce for the Railers. They're going to down that just outside of the 5-yard line. So ball will be placed on the Mustangs 6-yard line. So Mustangs will have a long field to work with, taking over for their second drive. Everson Parker under center. Gabe Padilla in the backfield. Unruh in motion. This one goes to, a keeper for Everson Parker. Pitch out to Unruh. Fighting to get the edge. He's brought down by number 1, Colton Gerke. It's like gain of about 3 there for Unruh off of the option. Mustangs get a little bit of breathing room with that rush. Dewald in motion. Ball handed off to Padilla. He's untouched through the line, runs through the first linebacker, dragging a Railer behind him. He's eventually dragged down by number 4, Jakir Thomas. And with that, the Mustangs get well away from their end zone and a fresh set of downs. Gabe Padilla been kind of bottled up the last couple of games. Prior to that, he's busted loose at least 1 long touchdown run for every game we've had so far, so I'd expect another one of those tonight. Unruh in motion. Everson Parker looking to pass. He's got number 6, Gavin Crowder, wide open downfield. He's chased down by number 28, Pierce Schlesner of the Railers. And a little change of pace there for the Mustangs leads to a huge pickup. Mustangs now 3 backs in the backfield. Ball's tossed out to Unruh. He's brought down. Colton Gerke knocks him over at the end. A group of Railers stopped him. And they take the ball out to about the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the play for Unruh. Unruh in motion. Ball handed off to Padilla, and there's no one around him. He's able to just walk that ball in for a Mustang touchdown. And there wasn't a Railer within 5 yards when that running lane opened up. Mustang offensive line is dominating in the trenches. Michael Lowry setting up to kick the extra point. Brady Dewalt holding for him. Snap is good. Ball is up and through. Mustangs take this to 14-0. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And with that, we'll take a short break.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Michael Lowry setting up to kick for the Mustangs. This one is headed deep back into the end zone. No chance to receive that for Herington. They'll take over on their own 20. Definitely nice to have kicks like that in the toolbox if you have a team with a skilled special teams unit. Keep them from having any impact on the game. Mustangs finding a lot of success on defense so far tonight. Herington, so far, mistakes keeping them from getting anything rolling on offense. Empty backfield to start out here. Cameron Strauss in the shotgun. 5 wideouts. Mustangs sending the blitz. One uncovered man off the edge. Padilla there to tackle him as he throws. A late flag thrown. Potential grounding. That'll back him up to where he threw that ball away from. No receivers around that throw. That the Railers back to their own 6-yard line. 2nd and 20. One man in the backfield. They try to pass for the edge. Pass intended for Colton Gerke on a little quarterback bootleg. He's not able to pull that one in. Passes a little off the mark. It's going to make this 3rd and 20 for the Railers. Potentially a insurmountable distance here on 3rd down. Mustang secondary doing a great job so far tonight. Not letting any receivers loose. Well, the linebackers just providing constant pressure on the quarterback, and they do once again. He's being run. He's not going to get enough for the 1st down after a pack of Mustangs bring him down. The Railers are still going to have about 5 yards here on 4th down, well into their own territory. They're set up to punt. Colton Gerke will be punting the ball after a big pickup on offense. Unruh back to receive. This kick is up, and it's going to bounce, take a Mustang bounce. It's going to be downed at the 50. The Mustangs will take over on offense. Just over a minute and a half here in the first quarter in all Valley Heights so far. And Gabe Padilla just runs through the Railer defense and all the way, as I was checking something on the live stream. And he just makes it look easy whenever he breaks loose like that. Mustangs up 20-0 now following a huge run play. That Michael Lowry back on the field, ready to kick another extra point. This one is up and good. Mustangs up 21-0. Still here in the first quarter. It's feeling a lot like the game against Bennington last week, where Valley Heights got ahead very early in the game and just kept it completely out of reach. We'll be back after a short break.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Mustangs about to kick this ball off. Secure Thomas back to receive for the Railers. Michael Lowry sent the last one into the end zone. This one is high. Thomas will be able to return this one. He heads upfield quickly. Hit hard, 54, Charlie Waters there. It's first to hit him. A group of Mustangs pull him down after that. We'll start on the 27-yard line to start this drive. Good field position again. Reed Griffiths in the backfield with Cameron Strauss. And they're trying to draw the Mustangs off sides. An encroachment will be called on the Mustangs. The Railers will move forward, making it 1st and 5. Maybe got away with one there as a Railer had taken off, but he could have seen that movement. Moved after the whistles had been blown. Strauss takes snap, keeps it himself, bootleg to the right, finds his receiver in the flat, brought down by Unruh. Passes to Samuel Begley. Pickup of about 4 there, making it 2nd and 1 for the Railers. Clock down below a minute here in the first quarter. See if the Railer offense can get into a groove here. Strauss and Thomas in the backfield. This ball will go to Thomas. He's grabbed in the backfield. It's like Aiden Unruh grabs him quick. And a loss of 4 yards there for the Railers. Looks like they'll probably let this clock tick down to the end of the quarter. And following that, Mustangs are up 21-0 after 1 quarter of play, and we'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Railers here with the big 3rd down on the 35-yard line. Strauss bootlegs out. And it looks like the Mustangs could have had him for a loss of about 10. Waters let up as he bumped into him. I don't know if he thought he heard a whistle or if maybe he thought he had gotten rid of the ball. But that pass goes incomplete. And the Railers will be forced to punt this ball. Colton Gerke back to punt. Aiden Unruh ready to receive it. We'll see if he moves up to try to receive this kick or if he'll just continue to let it bounce out. Low snap. Mustangs just about there for a block. High punt. And that one going to be down at about the Mustang 43-yard line. Landed near Brady Dewalt. You saw him scramble away as that ball came down. Valley Heights, perfect on offense so far tonight. We'll see if they can maintain that. Everson Parker under center. Unruh in motion, keeps it, and he cuts up field, picking up about 6 yards on that run. Making good reads. Nobody stopped to pick him up. They stayed on Aiden Unruh as pitch man, so he just cuts up field. Mustangs in no rush to get ready for the next play. Parker under center. Unruh in motion. Everson Parker keeps this one, falling behind Gabe Padilla, picks up about 2. Gonna make it 3rd and 2. Ball on the 50. Nelson and Bagley in on that tackle. Gavin Crowder here on the close side of the field. Like Mustangs in a pretty run-heavy formation. 3 backs in the backfield. Parker under center. This one handed off late to Unruh. He finds his way forward for a first down. Brought down by Pierce Slazener and Henry Nelson. But that'll be enough for a Mustang first down as they march over to the 44-yard line. Mustangs 3 wide receivers out on the right side. Everson Parker under center. Gabe Padilla in the backfield. Everson keeps it himself. Offensive line gives him a good gap. He pushes forward for about 3 yards. Williams and Nelson bring him down. Second and 6 for the Mustangs. Unruh now in the backfield. Everson Parker under center. This ball is kept by Parker, pitched out to Unruh. He jukes up a little bit, tackled on the sideline, lands hard on the track surface. Thomas there with the tackle. Make it 3rd and 1, pickup of about 5 yards on the last play. On what looked like a loss of 2. Mustangs still sneak out some positive yardage. Everson Parker under center. He's going to keep it. Sneaking up the middle, gets the first and plenty more. Offensive line doing a great job getting pushed forward. That one was never in doubt. Mustangs spreading the field out a little bit here. 3 wide receivers on the field. Padilla in the backfield. Unruh at the wingback position. And dropping back to pass, looking for Unruh. He's open. That ball just barely underthrown off Colton Gerke in coverage. And had Everson Parker had another about half second before defenders got to him, that may have been another Mustang touchdown. That incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Railers doing a good job staying ready for the pass. Mustangs back, 3 running backs on the field. This ball handed off late to Unruh. Lots of space to run following his lead blockers. And that ball's loose. It looks like the Railers will come up with the fumble. Number 28, Pierce Slazener, comes up with the fumble. The setback there for the Mustangs. Railers will take over on offense. On what looked like would have been a pretty big pickup for the Mustangs. Railers, Strauss in the backfield on his own. 5 wide receivers on the field. Mustangs in a 3-man front showing blitz. And they're in the backfield quick, but Strauss just keeps it, takes off running. He's brought down by Unruh and Dummermuth, not after a gain of about 15 yards on the quarterback scramble. Gavin Crowder there in the backfield providing pressure, but the Mustangs weren't able to keep containment on this close side of the field. Strauss in the backfield, Thomas behind him. Hands this one off up the middle. And Padilla, Smith, and Miller back in the backfield right away. Loss of 1 on that carry. Mustangs continue to allow nothing on the run game except for on quarterback scrambles. Strauss alone in the backfield, 5 receivers back out. Mustangs showing blitz. Ball's down on the ground. They get a huge sack there. Strauss drops the snap. Looks like Waters, Stryker, Unruh, Padilla, all in the backfield, bringing him down. A timeout's going to be called by Herington following that sack. We'll take a short break with them.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. 3rd and 25 for the Railers. Strauss in the backfield looking upfield. Pass intended there for Sam Bagley. This one goes a little long. Number 10 Wyatt Dummermuth and 14 Ben Miller there in coverage. And they were on him close, so even if that pass had been on target, I'm not sure it would have been able to get through. And Colton Gerke is back to punt once again for the Railers. Unruh ready to receive. And the Mustangs were there to block it. Gerke smartly just tucks it, tries to get a couple of yards. The Mustangs special teams there making big plays. They're going to take over from the Railer 6-yard line. And that'll make up for the fumble on the last drive. Pretty quick. Better field position than they left with. Parker under center. Padilla and Unruh behind him. He's going to keep this one, looking to pass. Throws this one deep, just out the back of the end zone. Pass intended for Gavin Crowder. And I think Everson knew that he wasn't quite open, so he just sent that one well out of reach. Valley Heights mixing some pass plays in on what are traditionally running downs here just to keep the Railers on their toes. Nobody's needing to do anything Herculean here on offense with a 3-score lead. 3 men in the backfield. Parker hands this one off to Unruh. Ball's on the ground again, off the handoff this time. Number 50. Jax Kikefer comes up with that fumble. And a miscue from the Mustang offense. And a second turnover. It's a big setback for the Mustang offense. We'll see if the defense can bail them out. Got a healthy cushion, but there is a lot of football left tonight. Strauss and Thomas in the backfield. 3 wide receivers out for the Railers. Strauss drops back to pass. Mustangs hit him just after he throws. Ball falls short of its target, number 1, Colton Gerke. Strauss keeps this one. Nowhere to go. Mustangs there to tackle him quick. Like Smith and Crowder back there to pull him down. Third and 12 for the Railers. Strauss hands this one off to Thomas. He finds a seam, bounces off a couple of Mustang defenders, gets forward all the way out to the 25-yard line, and he'll get the Railers a fresh set of downs. Big pickup there for Thomas. Might light a fire here for the Railer offense. Strauss hands the ball off. Looks like false start there. I believe the running back, number 22, Reed Griffiths, just got moving a little too early. That'll back them up. 15 yards to go here on first down for the Railers. Strauss and Griffiths in the backfield. They hand this ball off. Ball popped into the air on the handoff, but Griffiths was able to pull it back in. Mustangs are there to pull him down quickly. Looks like they'll lose about 2-3 yards maybe on that play, making it 3rd and 18. Excuse me, 2nd and 18. Strauss hands this one off and ball's on the ground. Railers are able to fall back onto it. Lucky break for them off a mistimed handoff. Timeout taken here by the Railers, and we'll take a short break with them.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
The announcer has conducted some independent research, and the pulled pork sandwich is delicious.
Welcome back. Railers dropping back to pass. Mustangs in the backfield, forcing him out. And Warders just about there for a pick. Ball falls to the ground. Charlie Warders might have a little bit of road rash after that one, sliding over the triple jump strip for the track. And back to kick the ball here. Colton Gerke kicks a high one. Unruh picks that ball up. The Mustangs are going to take over on offense from about the 41-yard line off the fair catch. So far, turnovers been a defining factor here after the first quarter for the Mustangs. And kind of self-inflicted on the last one. Parker under center. He drops back to pass, looking for Ben Miller. He's not able to pull that one in. We'll see if they call it a catch or not. I believe that'll be ruled an incompletion. We'll see if they think he had pulled it in or not. Hard to say from up here if he had possession with those couple of steps after the ball got to him, or if it was bobbling. This one could potentially go either way. So we'll see if it adds to the Valley Heights offensive woes here, or if it'll just be ruled an incompletion. I believe if they rule that a fumble, that ball rolled through into the end zone and out of bounds after it crossed in the end zone, so that will be considered a touchback for Herington, and they'll take over on the 20. Now it looks like they're going to rule that incomplete based on them walking back to that original line of scrimmage. A lucky break for the Mustangs off of nearly a big pickup in the air. So that'll be 2nd and 10. Following an incompletion. Referees here clearing up the ruling for the coaches as both teams get set. Everson Parker will be under center. Padilla in the backfield. Crowder out wide on the close side of the field here. Unruh in motion. This one goes to DeWalt on a little misdirection. He has the edge, a couple guys to beat, and he uses his legs and speed and races forward for a Mustang touchdown. He just snuck across the field from the wingback position. And that little counter there catches Herington off their guard. They didn't keep contain on the far side of the field. And Brady DeWalt turns on the jets and outruns the Railer secondary as they try to find an angle on him. Michael Lowry, a chance to make another extra point here. Snap is good. And another extra point is up and through for Michael Lowry. Mustangs now up 28-0, just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. We'll take a quick break as they set up for special teams.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Michael Lowry setting up to kick off for the Mustangs. Shakir Thomas back deep to receive for the Railers. Mustang defense holding firm. Couple drives in a row following some turnovers from the Mustangs, and the Mustangs put some more on the board following that last drive. This ball recovered by Thomas. Off the bounce, Mustangs, he's heading to the edge. One man to beat, he trips up there, knocked down by number 44, James Bulkin of the Mustangs. And a big pickup there for Thomas. Flag down, so we'll see if he's gonna lose a couple of yards on this. Just about dangerous play there on special teams. And a holding's gonna back that one up. Following the penalty, Railers are going to take over on the 20. Strauss and Griffiths in the backfield for the Railers. Four wide receivers out on the field. Mustangs showing a blitz. They send the house once again, flushing him out. Strauss keeps it, makes two guys miss. Makes a third and fourth miss, fighting through contact. Ball's loose as he reaches for some extra yards. And from the celebrations on the sidelines, the Mustangs may have come up with the ball. So we'll see. And it looks like he fumbled that ball as he reached forward trying to get the extra yard. He's trying to do a little too much instead of just taking what he already had. He didn't necessarily need to reach for an extra yard there, and it comes back to punish him. Mustangs taking over now from, looks like about the 41-yard line. So 2 big plays for the Railers taken away from them, holding on a big kick return, then off a big quarterback scramble, a turnover. Everson Parker under center, Padilla, Unruh, and I believe Bulkin in the backfield. This one goes to Unruh, following behind his blockers. He busts loose up the middle, runs through some tackles, runs through an extra one. He may go all the way. He's brought down at about the 2-yard line. Number 3, Corbin Gentz, saves the Railers from giving up a big touchdown run. Unruh following right behind Padilla and Bulkin, and they clear a huge path for him. He just continues driving his legs forward, running through some arms. Mustangs, same formation. See if they can punch this one in. This one goes to Unruh. Ball's loose. I believe Creighton Smith fell on that ball. The Mustangs will keep possession. Another fumble there off a handoff. I think timing maybe just a little bit off after running with a different quarterback for a week while Everson Parker was in concussion protocol. Three wideouts for the Mustangs. Bulkin, one you don't normally see out there in a receiver position. Parker under center, Unruh behind them. Pitch out to Unruh. And he gets hit hard at the 1-yard line. Railers doing a great job keeping him out of the end zone. Be 3rd and 1. Sam Bagley making the hit there for the Railers. Mustangs set up in a strong run formation here. And Everson Parker keeps this. A little extra push from the backs. Get him through and into the end zone. And a big pickup there following some Railer mistakes. Good defense from the Railers to extend that, making the Mustangs work for it. Just about had an opportunity off of a fumble. And Michael Lowry is going to set up with a shot to take this to 35. Ball is up and through. Michael Lowry perfect on the night. Takes the Mustangs to 35, Railers at 0. And we'll take a short break as they set up for kickoff.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Michael Lowry setting up to kick for the Mustangs. Yakir Thomas back to receive. Lowry sends another deep kick. Colton Gerke picks this one up from the 5. He's headed upfield, tripped up by number 50, Julian Crook. Crook doing a good job there, tripping up. Gerke had a lot of momentum behind him. He's able to get the ball out to the 25. Strauss and Griffiths in the backfield, 4 wide receivers on the field. Mustang with a 3-man front. Bulkin blitzing, chasing him out of the backfield. He makes a couple of guys miss, is pushed out on the sideline. Unruh there. Padilla also, and Dummermuth pushing him out of bounds. Rilo Schill chasing Strauss out of the pocket there. Mustangs mixing in a couple of younger players here late in the second quarter. Rilo Schill, one of them. Colby Smith out on the field. Brady Anderson also out on the field in cornerback. Strauss dropping back to pass. Short route there, off the mark, intended for Reed Griffiths. Mustangs in coverage there. Third and 4 now for the Railers. Strauss hands the ball off, flag on the play, false start. That winds up being a blessing in disguise there after the ball comes loose on the handoff. It's going to take it to 3rd and about 9 for the Railers. For a second week in a row, Mustangs are going to be able to get a lot of younger players, some much important and much needed time in at varsity. 5 wide receivers on the field for the Railers. Strauss on his own in the backfield, dropping back to pass. Pressure coming in. Padilla snags his jersey and pulls him down for a loss of about 2. And the Railers not able to give Strauss much time in the backfield before the Mustang blitz makes it in towards him. And Colton Gerke setting up to punt this ball. Aiden Unruh back to receive. Good punt there. Unruh muffs the punt, is able to fall down on it. Mustangs will take over now from the 39-yard line. 53 seconds left here in the second quarter. Plenty of time for the Mustangs to get down the field if they feel so inclined. Would probably expect to see them chew a little bit of clock, though. Dewalt and Dummermuth out at wide receiver on the far side of the field for the Mustangs. Parker under center. He's going to drop back to pass. Bootleg right. Looking deep. Dummermuth comes back for it, picks it up. And he trips down at about the 19-yard line. A big pickup there for Valley Heights. I will admit, not the prettiest pass I've ever seen in the air. But the Mustangs are able to come up with the ball. A big pickup there. Another pass. Just a little quick wide receiver screen intended for Unruh. Parker didn't quite have enough time to send that one way. Just over 40 seconds left here. Parker under center. Unruh in motion. Everson Parker hands this one off late to Padilla. And a little bit of trickery there. And Padilla finds his way to the end zone once again. Very good misdirection there on that handoff. I certainly didn't see it, and it looks like the Railers didn't either. Michael Lowry, a chance to make this a 42-point lead. Kick is up and away. And another good extra point for Michael Lowry. With that, we'll take a short break as they set up for the kickoff.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Michael Lowry setting up to kick for the Mustangs. Back to receive for the Railers, number 2, Samuel Bagley. Looks like number 4, Jakir Thomas, getting his legs stretched out a little bit on the sidelines, so might have gotten banged up a little bit on that last drive. Lowry sends this one deep. Off. Looks like it did hit Bagley. It looks like they'll call it dead, so must have rolled in the end zone, must not have been off his foot. So Railers will take over from the 20. Mustangs continuing to mix in some of their younger players on defense. Looks like Railers is going to kneel this one out and get us to halftime. So following that kneel down, Valley Heights is going to be up 42-0 here in the first half. A strong start for Valley Heights. Struggled a little bit with turnovers in the early part of the second quarter, and then they've turned it back on for the second half of the second quarter. And with that, clock will strike halftime. And we'll take a break here for half. We're going to have a short PSA from Lawson Stryker, as well as this week's edition of Keeping Up with the Mustangs. We'll see you back here for the third quarter.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer, and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Hello and welcome to Mustang Stories from a student's perspective. I'm your host, Lawson Stryker. Today, I'm joined by Superintendent Spoons to talk about all the exciting changes over the summer at Valley Heights. We've had a lot of upgrades around campus. Let's start with classrooms and facilities. What's been done there?
Oh, yes, we've completed LED upgrade in all buildings, replaced carpets in Blue Rapids and Waterville grade schools. We've finished roofing projects and updated epoxy flooring at Blue Rapids. These changes make learning spaces brighter, safer, and more comfortable for all of our students and staff members.
Okay. I've heard there's a new greenhouse and kitchen upgrades too.
Yes, the greenhouse is complete, giving FFA students a hands-on learning experience. We also installed new kitchen ovens and started a self-operated food service program this year, which brings fresher food, more options, and better service for our students.
Wow, that's awesome. What about HVAC improvements?
We are in year 2 of an HVAC plan. This year we'll be installing 5 new units at the high school and 1 over at Waterville Grade School, which will keep students comfortable for year-round for learning and activities.
Safety is always important. What upgrades have we made there?
Thanks to our $400,000 in state and federal funds, we have added cameras, upgraded our intercom and bell system, safety bollards have been installed, and we've rolled out an E3 safety app. Students can now focus on school, knowing safety is a top priority.
That's awesome. And for athletics and outdoor spaces?
Well, yes, this year we've completely replaced the track and field, regraded and resodded the football field, and continued improving outdoor spaces for PE, sports, and school events. These upgrades give everyone a safe, high-quality place to play, learn, and cheer on our Mustangs.
That's exciting. I've also heard there's a big sewer line project coming next year.
Yes, thanks to a $1.27 million grant, we are fully funding a sewer line project in the 25-26 school year. These projects keep our facilities modern, safe, and fully functional for students now and also in the future.
Wow, that's a lot of improvements. Thanks, Mr. Spoons, for showing how these changes really impact students.
Absolutely. Every project is about creating the best environment for students to learn, grow, and succeed.
That's all for this episode of Mustang Stories from a student's perspective. Thanks for listening.
What do you think?
I liked it.
Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Mustangs.
First, we'll hear from our Senior of the Week.
This week's Senior of the Week is
Kinsley Gillig.
Kinsley, what is your favorite memory about high school?
When we made it to state basketball last year, that was a lot of fun.
What do you plan to do after graduation?
After graduation, I plan to attend Kansas State University with a ag business degree.
Has that changed from when you were little?
When I was little, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but not anymore.
And what do you think you'll miss most about high school?
Honestly, I think I'll miss the teachers because, they make it what it is, and it's so much fun.
Thank you. Kinsley was such a cute kid.
Next, Carter will tell us all about our Mustang athletics.
Last Friday, the football team secured a 50-point win over Bennington. The highlight this week is a Ben Miller touchdown pass to Brady Dewalt. The volleyball team traveled to Lynn this week, defeating Hanover in 3 sets and falling to Lynn in 2. Junior high volleyball played at home and lost in 2 sets to Centralia. Last weekend, the cross-country team ran at Centralia. Congratulations to the boys team for taking 3rd place. Today, our junior high team takes on Frankfurt at home, and tomorrow, the high school football team travels to Herington. On Saturday, the TVL volleyball tournament will take place at Onega, and our cross-country team will travel to Riley County. Good luck, Mustangs!
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with the Mustangs. See you next week.
To begin the second half, the Railers will kick off, and number 1, Colton Gerke, set to kick it off. Back deep to return for the Mustangs. Number 12, Everson Parker. Number 2, Jordan.
Welcome back. Second half about to kick off here. Back to receive for the Mustangs, Brady DeWalt and Aiden Unruh. Kicking for the Railers, number 1, Colton Gerke. Mustangs have been in control of this matchup so far tonight. Up 42-0. Gerke sends this one onside. And James Bulkin there to fall on that ball. Mustangs will take over from the 50-yard line. Mustangs almost certainly ready for an onside attempt coming out of halftime. It's like Ben Miller back in at quarterback now for the Mustangs in the second half, giving Everson Parker some time off from the quarterback position. Ball pitched out to Unruh. He's looking for the edge, forced to cut in, and he stays up through some arm tackles, headed for the sideline. Makes a couple guys miss. Brought down by number 18 and number 3. That's Corbin Gentz and Jason Cole making the tackle for the Railers. And Unruh takes that one for, it's like 30 yards. Excuse me, 40 yards on that run. Miller under center, 3 wide receivers on the close side of the field here for the Mustangs. This ball on a counter play to Unruh, brought down. Railers stayed home. Number 64, Henry Nelson there. The big tackle for loss for the Railers. That'll back Valley Heights up to, looks like the 15-yard line. Like Bulkin and Unruh in the backfield. Ball goes to Bulkin. He barrels forward, gets the ball back to, looks like, around the 9-yard line. Make it 3rd and 9 here as the Mustangs try to make their way to the end zone. Valley Heights in no rush to get the play in off the sideline. Miller under center, Bulkin, Unruh, and DeWalt in the backfield. This is a little misdirection, handoff to DeWalt, and he slips as he jukes. He's brought down number 18, Jason Cole, on the tackle. So make it 4th and short, and we're going to see Michael Lowry come out to kick a field goal for the Mustangs. He's made a lot of extra points tonight. The first time tonight that he'll be kicking a field goal. And this one will be for about 20 yards. Snap is good. Kick blocked. And Michael Lowry grabs it off the block. And the Railers are there to keep him from going anywhere. So Railers keep the Mustangs from adding on here in the third quarter. And it looks like we'll have a running clock here in the second half. So the clock continues to run. So injuries and timeouts are the only time when this clock will stop. So it should be a quick second half here. Railers going to be starting from their own, it's like about 8.5 yard line. Strauss in the pistol. Griffiths behind him. Strauss hands the ball off to Griffiths. He's looking for the edge, makes it through the front line. Gets that ball out to about the 15-yard line. Flag down on the play. On the Mustangs this time. Not entirely sure what the signal was there. And looks like the chains need to get fixed up. They're going to give him 1st and 4 following that penalty. Not entirely sure what the call was. Ball on the ground after a mishandled handoff. Strauss able to fall down on it. And officials taking a timeout. Like Strauss may have been a little bit roughed up trying to grab that loose ball. He's able to get himself off the field. Ball looks like it's going to be on the 9-yard line. And I'm not sure if anybody knows what down it's supposed to be. Marker has not changed on the field. This is the 3rd play of this here, so it looks like that penalty on 1st down did not change the down. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Gerke keeps the ball. Mustangs are there to bring him down. Whistle blown. Warders and Miller there for the tackle. Hit him in the backfield. And that'll be a loss. Looks like that'll make it 3rd and 12 for the Railers. Cameron Strauss back in the game for the Railers. Likely going to try to take to the air here on 3rd down. And he does. Dropping back, scrambling out. Mustangs trying to bring him down in the end zone. He completes the pass to number 1, Colton Gerke on the sideline there. They're able to get back just past the original line of scrimmage out to the 10. We got another official timeout. James Bulkin is like injured, and that, from the looks of it, I think he dislocated his shoulder, which has been a recurring problem these last 2 years for him. So he's going to make his way towards the sideline. Coach Cody Trimble coming out to make sure he gets off the field. So that'll probably be the last we see for James Bulkin on the field tonight. So with Bulkin on sideline, Gerke sets up to punt for the Railers. Everson Parker heading back to receive it. And he does. Looking to get upfield. Makes two guys miss. Looking for the edge. Outrunning a couple. And he gets this ball. Stays in bounds. Probably about out to the 14-yard line, roughly, before he's taken out of bounds by the Railers. A big return there from Everson Parker. And the Mustangs were kind of out of position, not ready for that punt, expecting just a regular play. So Everson Parker had to run back there rather than the usual Aiden Unruh. And Everson takes advantage of that opportunity. Sure, his coaches might have liked him to take that step out of bounds before then. Save himself from that extra hit. Ben Miller still in at quarterback. Gabe Padilla in the backfield. Dewald in motion. Miller keeps it on the option. Chooses to keep it for himself this time. He takes the ball out to the 6. It'll be second and about 3. Brady Anderson in the running back position now for Valley Heights. Miller keeps this one again, and he had all kinds of room to run forward for a touchdown. The Herington defense there keyed in on Gabe Padilla, knowing that he is a weapon on offense for the Mustangs. And Miller just pulls that, keeps it for himself, and heads up the right side. Offensive line continuing to dominate the trenches and make running the ball very easy for Valley Heights tonight. Lowry setting up for the extra point. Railers probably going to try to come in for another block after a successful block on a field goal attempt. Lowry gets this one up and through. And that takes the Mustangs up 49-0. Just under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Clock's going to continue running. We'll take a short break and be back for the kickoff.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation. Welcome back. Michael Lowry lining up to kick. Sam Bagley back to receive.
Kick is up and away. Bagley fields it at about the 12-yard line, heading up the middle. Trying to barrel through, brought down by a couple Mustangs there. Michael Lowry looked like trying to get on the tackle. Charlie Warders involved on that as well. Strauss, pistol formation. Griffiths behind him. He drops back to pass, bootleg to the right, looking upfield. Mustangs good in coverage. He's going to send one deep for Gerke. He got behind the Mustang defense. Ball's loose. And Gerke's able to fall on it after a big pickup on offense. That might be their biggest gain of the night. And the Railers looking like they're going to try to put some points on the board here. Clock running down on the third quarter. So we're likely going to take a break here. And there goes the third quarter. We'll take a short break and be back after they flip the field.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Welcome back. Herington looking to put some points on. Number 22 breaks loose. Pickup of about 5 there for Reed Griffiths. Make it 2nd and 5. Railers determined to not be shut out tonight. And flag there. Encroachment on the defense, trying to jump the snap. And that'll move the Railers right up against that first down marker. They'll have a yard to go. Probably 2nd and less than a yard. Strauss in the pistol formation. Griffiths behind him. And they're drawing the Mustangs off a second time there. And the Railers are taking advantage of a little bit of the inexperience of these younger Mustang players. Using that to move the chains forward. Railers on the 16-yard line into the red zone. Heading out bootleg. Mustangs are there to corral him. He's heading for the edge, makes a man miss. Knocked out of bounds by Wyatt Dummermuth. Strauss with a good quarterback scramble there. Mustangs have done a pretty good job the second half of keeping him bottled up. That's the first big run he's made so far. Railers staying in the pistol formation. Ball handed off to Griffiths up the middle. Looks like he'll be able to get enough for the first down. Nope, looks like Mustangs are able to stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd and short now for the Railers. Ball just about to the 5-yard line. Looking to pass, finds Gerke on the flat. And Gerke reaches over for a Railer touchdown. Strauss to Gerke. He's been his favorite receiver so far tonight. And this one finds the end zone for the Railers. Clock approaching 8 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Railers setting up to go for 2. Strauss dropping back to pass. And off the tip. And not able to pull it in. Pass intended for Samuel Bagley. That one was popped up in the air, almost picked off by the Mustangs. And so the Railers will stay at 6. Mustangs 49 will be back after they set up for the kickoff.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Valley Trailers, the premier Midwest trailer dealer and the largest Titan and Travelong dealer in the nation.
Gerke setting up to kick for the Railers following their first touchdown of the night. Brady Dewalt and Aiden Unruh back to receive the kick. This one is onside again. Gets through and fallen on by number 22, Brady Anderson, freshman for the Mustangs. Clock down below 6 minutes. We'll continue running except for timeouts and injuries. James Bulkin back in the game for the Mustangs. Shoulder back in place. And he must have told coach he was ready to go. Ben Miller under center. Anderson in motion. Ball goes to James Bulkin. Colton Gerke there, tackling him. Bulkin somersaults over him, falls forward for about a gain of 4. Mustangs in a tight formation here. Miller under center. Zaleska was in motion there. Ball handed off to Bulkin. False start called on the Mustangs. Ball back Valley Heights up to about 2nd and 11 here for 2nd down. Preston Smirchek and Kane Seleska here on the close side for the Mustangs. Miller hands this one off to Anderson up the middle. Like he falls forward for a gain of about 4. Gets the ball out to the 35-yard line. Gonna be 3rd and 7. Clock continuing to roll along here as the Mustangs slowly get this play in. Anderson in motion. Miller looks like pass play, but maybe bobbled snap. He's going to be taken down for a big loss there. Henry Nelson with the sack. And that takes the Mustangs to 4th and 13 from their own 29-yard line. Offense staying on the field here. Like might be trying to set up to take a shot downfield. Clock approaching 2 minutes. Vulcan and Anderson in the backfield. Miller under center. Miller's looking to pass. And he takes a risky toss there as he's getting tackled. Pass broken up by number 2, Sam Bagley. Intended for Brady Anderson. And the Railers will take over after a turnover on downs for the Mustangs. Mustangs setting up. 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Not something we've seen a lot tonight. Number 22 there. Reed Griffith sneaks through. Flag down on the play. Looks like it'll be on the offense, a hold there. That'll back the Railers up here on 1st down. Clock below a minute. The Railers want to put a 2nd touchdown up on the board. They're going to have to move quick. That's going to make it 1st and 10 following the holding call. Mustangs 2nd and 3rd string getting some reps in here to close out the game. Ticking down to 30 seconds. Strauss in the pistol formation. Hands this one off to Griffiths. It was brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Mason Lopez with a tackle for loss. Freshman for the Mustangs, making a big tackle there on his own. And with that, time will run out. Mustangs 49, Railers 6. Another big win for Valley Heights. Next week will be at home. The Mustangs will be taking on Republic County, and we'll be live with you for that game. I'm Ryan Ehrlich here with Tessa Bigham and Eleanor Torber running the camera tonight. We'll see you all next week.